Hello and welcome back to episode 26 of our Timberborn Ironteeth not Cliffside Meander playthrough. If you're new to the channel, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. There we go. Glad to have you. Without further ado, let's get started. So we are kind of struggling. We were out of logs for a while, midway trying to upgrade our power tower. That's basically the situation. We ran out of power, so our bots are struggling. We didn't completely run out of power. We have some engines going, but they're not producing enough power. Yeah, that's pretty much the story. Got a few more things to finish on this power tower. Can they not reach that one? No, they can. So we're finishing this section out. And we finally started to get some amount of logs coming in, which was definitely good to see. Waiting for construction below it. Okay. Well, that one won't be able to be fixed. There we go. Yeah, these ones won't be able to be built beyond. Because they're covered up with stuff above it. So these won't be able to be built. Because the terrain tile is the only tiles that will block them from being built. Okay, yeah, we got all these oaks coming in, and that's going to be great. We need the logs quite badly. We're making logs into planks ASAP right when we get them. Let's make sure we still have our lumber mills on. I think we might have paused them at one point. Industrial lumber mills are on, running and producing planks. Good. We got 4 stranded beavers, though. I just noticed. They decided not to use the tubeways. They decided to walk up there instead. In other words, we can call those beavers idiots. They're trying to make things go faster, but they just got themselves stranded. We only have 1 lumberjack flag up here at the moment. And that's going to be woefully insufficient. So let's unmark some of these for cutting. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's what we have these unmarked for. Yeah, that is 100%. So we'll just wait that out. This one beaver will have to do his best for now. Let's look at that power tower. All right, all right. It's coming along. What position is that at? Okay, so that is right above that. So we do need a way to get over a little bit further. I'm not sure if that would be long enough, so I'm going to go with this one. That one needs to be a vertical. Okay. Vertical tube-way. Tube-way, tube-way, tube-way. Let's try to put all of this stuff at a higher priority a bit. We do need to get over to this, but it's too far from a district center at the moment. So let's work on trying to fix that. Let's see. So basically, we just got to get this over 1 more, it looks like, right? Why did we expand that to go? We made that go 1 further. which seems odd. Why did we do that? We don't need to do that. No, we don't. Oh, we do. We do. We need. No, we don't. We just block it off right there. Problem solved. Just like it did on all the ones above it that are at the same position. So that makes us closer. That one is too far from a district, and that's the problem that's holding it all back right now, actually. So if we... Where's that spot? Perfect. If we do that, then we should be able to build the rest of this power tower. Well, we can build that section, and then we can build the next section. That will require deleting some of the scaffolding. That should do it. All right, we're going to finish this up here real soon, actually. And that's great news. We kind of saved on some logs by not building levees here. We could have saved by more by putting another one of these overhangs on each of these points. That might have been smart. But we're not always smart. It's kind of one of the trademarks, honestly. All right, so we got to work on getting the power connected over here. That's kind of going to be the next step, actually, before I delete the scaffolding above. So that's going to involve something a little like this. That would be too high. We need to go one high. There we go. That's all connected. So I think I'm going to actually go right here and build a tunnel first, and then a two-way tunnel, and then the power shaft tunnel. That's actually not where I wanted that. Wanted it right here. It looks like we also might be missing something else, and that something else would be... Scroll up. No, we do have power shafts. Power wheels there. We don't have power wheels right here. Or anything connecting these ones. So, that's what we needed. And we can put that power shaft right there. And with that, let's see. Below that is right there. Okay. So then vertical power shafts here. Oh, let's blow that up actually. Go all the way up. Okay, let's go back down a little. We do need... Okay, so those are connected, so that's good. These ones are not, however. Why won't it let me put... Where did it go? Why won't it let me put a power shaft between them? It's an overhang. Wrong way. Is it because both of those have it going that... No. Okay, it's working now. Whatever. Not going to ask questions now. That's working. Here we can go ahead and put that power shaft right there as well, because eventually there'll be 2 more of these compact water wheels. Okay. Shift the focus to being back over here. The bottom of the map. Excellent. We do need to get some tubeways down there, though. Or actually, we can build tubeways from over here. We're going to go this way. And then that way. And that way with our solid tubeway tunnel. After we get that built, we will exchange that for power shafts instead of tubeways. But the tubeways are going to let us get down here to build it. Let's go back up top and we can do the vertical power shafts here now. Like so. Stranded. Getting very hungry and very thirsty. He's free now. That's good. Hopefully these beavers stop being dumb soon. Kind of doubt it just by the way they're trying to build that. Stranded. Okay, so what we gotta do after he leaves, we're gonna make these 2 the top priority so the dang beavers quit running in there. Okay, we're actually gonna pause this one. We gotta pause. I gotta pause all of these. Stop it. Stop it. More are stranded. Now, how did you get below? See, these are the things I don't understand. Beavers be doing silly stuff. Get out of there. Okay, that's built. There should be no other reason to go back there, right? I'm pause all of that just to be sure. And after these 2 are built, they can't get back there anymore. We can unpause that other stuff. But they're being a problem, so we need to watch it a little more closely. Hey, these were harvested. Let's go ahead and put those other lumberjack flags we talked about. There we go. Okay, those are built. The beavers can no longer get here to trap themselves by walking. Excellent. Yes, logs are finally going up. How's our tubeway station going here? Not too bad. We're still using the scaffolding up here to build this column. I think that's the last thing that we need that scaffolding for. Okay. Yeah, we're a little shy on power. Wait a minute. Why isn't this connected to anything? You're telling me all of these engines weren't connected to anything this whole time? Well, that might have been part of our problem, power issues. Put a power shaft there, and then we can replace that grease storage. I'm sure somebody noticed that fact and was yelling at me. Um, we're good now. We're good now. Yeah. Well, that significantly helps our power issues, getting those 4 other engines in the line. Would have been nice to have a while ago, but I didn't notice it. So be it. Looks like just 2 more tunnels to build here. 2-way tunnels, that is. And, okay, the beavers are out of there. We can delete the 2 ways. Oh, no. I'm sorry, bot. You're just dead down there. There ain't nothing we can do for you. You went back on the 2, but, you know, I did this very poorly as well. But there is nothing I can do to get him out of there. Not easily. We're not playing with ladders this way. This path. This playthrough. I can talk good. And since we're not playing with ladders this playthrough, it's really hard to save that beaver. And it's not really even a real beaver. It's a bot. But that bot is probably going to cause us trouble by not letting us build there until he's gone. So we might actually end up having to build more tunnels just for him to have a path. Like if I build tunnels there and then delete it, they can displace him to build that. And actually, we need something to build these other places anyway, so that is fine. If I was smart, I would have deleted the 2 ways one at a time so they could pick up the rubble and build the power shafts. I did not do that because I am not smart. All right, so that scaffolding is done. I mean, that power shaft. So why isn't this done? Too far from the dish. Why can't you build from here? Oh, because that's not connected. That would do it. That would do it. How about now? Give that a try. And that makes sense that wouldn't be able to be built right there. This scaffolding's coming along nicely, so we can level this mess out to make more growing area. And that looks like it's too high up there, so we can actually go and say, make these ones 3. Make all of these ones 2. That should help out. Make those ones 3, and these ones 2. All right, so all of that is built over here. So I think we can get rid of the scaffolding now, or most of it, rather. because we need to clear the way to build stuff where the scaffolding was. So, yeah, we have some deleting to do. We got to go carefully. We don't want to delete too much. It'd be really nice if we could reach those resources, but it's a little tough unless we do this, which is, of course, completely doable. Where would they put it from here, I wonder? Is that reachable? It is. Okay. So that's good. Let's see. Is that reachable? It is not. It is now. So we need them to grab these resources ASAP. So I want to build more levees here, but that's going to be a problem with this overhang. So what we're going to have to do, build them a little bit slower than that. And have the two ways down at the level. Because we're working at the very tippy top of the map. It's hard to do much. Actually, we can do better than that. We can. We can just make that overhang earlier. Like we can go... Because it got up higher over here. We can make that happen sooner. We could... I don't know if we can do triple. I don't think we can do a triple hide there. We probably don't want to do a triple hide there. Let's see. Can even delete. Oh, I think I just stranded another beaver. But yep, I sure did. And that one's a brand spanking new beaver bot. Okay, I actually have a hope of saving that one, so I'm gonna try. I gotta quit stranding these poor beavers, though. It's not fair to them or anybody. Okay, so I can put that there, right? And all I need to do is connect that to another tubeway. I'll wait to make sure that they can build that there and force the beaver to move. There should be a clear spot for him to move to. Check on this down here. So that's all connected, powered entirely. Excellent. And it teleported the beaver up there? Well, that's actually in a spot that we can save that beaver bot. Hallelujah. There we go. But they won't. So they teleported the beaver that was stuck on the ground, but they won't move the beaver bot that's up here. Gosh. How else could I do that? Well, could get rid of this. Definitely something I could do. So I don't have to build on top of the beaver. And that would actually make it easier to connect the tubeway station to our tubeways. Yeah, we can do that. That should save that bot. So the bot is saved. This is ready to blow up. Nice. I approve. Oh, I missed a little bit, right? Yeah. How much further does... Oh, missed that too. Looks like that's just a twofer. Easy enough. We can plant more oaks over here now. As far as this forester can reach, which I guess is right there. I'm also going to unmark these birches and pines for planting. Once those are harvested, they will become oaks. Let's also mark these newly planted oaks for cutting, because we will forget that otherwise. We won't need that until, you know, the 30 days from now, but we will 100% forget that if we don't do it now. There we go. I don't see the beaver stranded warning anymore. That part is done. Okay, let's move some of this rubble over here. Where the good beavers of our settlement can reach it. Although they can't reach that, I guess. Let's go a little bit further with it. I don't know where that rubble went, but it looks like they're grabbing it, so I'm just going to leave it. No, they're building. I think I deleted the rubble because there's absolutely no spot for it to go. I thought there was a spot right here. And if I deleted it, that's sad. All right. Let's see. Okay. Got a little nervous there for a second. So what we were going to do here, and what we're still going to do here, we're going to delete this, first of all. And we're going to, like, right here, put a double platform. And what that's going to allow us to do is put one of these above it. And that should enable us. Yep. This one actually needs to be a vertical one as well. And that'll enable us to build these last few levees over here. Looks like... No, that's right. That's in the right spot. Let's not forget... No, that does need to go up one higher, doesn't it? No, that's fine. So we do need a layer of levees. And to let that power connection go across here, we need this to be an overhang. And the rest can be levees. And we can put a power shaft right there and there. And we can also do our compact water wheels right in here. Now we're ready for our large water wheels. We're ready to get rid of this tubeway station up on top of here. That scaffolding can go. Let's work on moving that out of the way now. Let's get this one over someplace. There we go. Can they reach that? No, they can't. Of course not. There needs to be one more. That they can reach. Okay, cool. Let's delete some of these. Before they're built. And remember, we are going to allow... Okay, we don't even need to allow it on this top layer. But we're going to have the connection over here, so it could be connected to any future power wheels. And we put the power shafts right here. I guess we could have had that flipped around and had the power shafts on this side. It doesn't really matter. But to access all of these, really all we need to do at this point is extend this scaffolding. And we just got to not use more platforms to get higher. So what we're going to need to do instead is keep it at the same height. We can still use the platforms, but just don't raise it up anymore. I mean, the overhang. So overhangs on a platform will get us... We don't need it that long. That's just a waste of resources. That will get us where we need to go right there. Let's zoom down a little bit and get a different angle over here. Not down quite that far. Okay. So that should work just fine. This is where it drops. Is there an impermeable floor there? There is. Okay. So the water will flow this way. There we go. Flow this way, back this way, drop. Be caught here. Flow this way. Let's go down. I want to go through the... Hard to see through those water wheels, I guess. But it'll drop here. Go this way. Back that way. Let's go up one more so I can see the impermeable floors. Back this way. No impermeable floors. It'll drop down there. So flow this way. This way. This way. No impermeable floors. It'll drop down. Catches here. Flows this way. Flows that way. We do have space there. We actually technically didn't even need that levee, did we? Not really. We needed something there, but it could have been a platform. It could have been a triple platform instead of levees. Regardless, it should be fine. And then it'll flow out this way. It looks like one thing we forgot to build, though, were some more compact water wheels right in here. We forgot the overhang that would allow such a thing. Yes. I wonder if we can make that work with just a tunnel there, perhaps. A tunnel and path. That might be able to work here. Because they're not levees, they're dirt tiles, so it will support the stuff above it. Now that levee will get destroyed. But that could... No, that levee won't get destroyed because it'll be replaced with a platform. We just got to make sure that they can reach that spot. Too far from a district. They should be able to build through all of this junk. Okay, so it's right below that one. So, did they not have access here? They do. But they need to reach here. That's right. Okay, well, that's easy enough to fix, too. We can definitely get a path over there. I think that should do it. No storage space available for planks. I'm kind of okay with that. That means we have been spending our planks for once. You know, and we needed this tube right here to build this compact water wheel as well. So that's going to work out just fine. And we are working on building all of this. We're just waiting for this to finish. Okay. Too far from... Okay, I see where we missed a tubeway. We're missing this one. Power tower is almost complete, ladies and gentlemen. And we can pause a lot of these engines and stop burning so many logs. Although we expanded our log production in there, so Really wasn't that big of a deal that we're burning the logs anymore. Potentially. Looks like there's still more room. Okay, he just hasn't gotten to it yet, it looks like. Okay. I accept that. There we go. Is that above? It is. We don't even want to build those, do we? No, we wanted it at this level, I thought. Or can't it reach that far? It can't reach any further. Okay. I get it now. I get it. Sometimes remembering what I had planned to do, it's a tricky bit of business. I should expand that upper tree farm just a little bit. Which is pretty awesome. Okay, how is this looking? That is complete and connected. How about that tunnel we wanted to build? Where's that at? I see a tunnel. It was a two-way tunnel. I built a two-way tunnel there. And you know what? It really just should have been a power shaft tunnel to start with. Because that's what I wanted to put there, right? That was silly. It's going to drive me nuts if that is there. So let's put it someplace I can reach. Okay, I can reach there. Not that I'm ever planning to really look down here very often, but let's get the rubble if we can. I think once this is done, I think it's ready. I think it will be ready. We have some actual beavers working at the moment, but that will be resolved once we get full power again. Then we'll be able to make more bots that way. A lot of gear workshops paused. That was to save some power. Okay. Well, there are a few more things to build over here, I guess, for the power tower, but nothing that's going to contain the water. Wait a minute. Okay. There's a layer above that. I was thinking that it could just come out here, but yeah, there's a layer above that with impermeable floors. Okay. Whew. Some that were put on dirt tiles that didn't really need it, I guess, but I'd rather have them and not need them than the other way around. So too far from a district center. No. In fact, let's get some of these transferred down. No, don't go that way. Please don't go that way. All right, you're on the ground level now. Now I'm going to very carefully delete these power shafts. Because I would probably break down and cry if I deleted one of these walls that was containing water when I was doing that. Oh, we just need to build those. Those aren't done. Okay. Well, that's not too bad to do either. Really, that can be done just like this. A vertical tubeway on either side of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to have that paused. I was just checking a text real quick. Let's see. Okay, those aren't marked for cutting because they're pines and I want them cut. Oh, they should be marked for cutting. Yeah, they're just not marked for replanting at the moment. Because they need to be cut before I can replace them with oaks. Let's check and make sure that can reach. It can. Beautifully so. We might need a few more lumberjacks, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, let's clear this area for planting. Are those power shafts done yet? Nope. We're getting close, though. We're getting close. I can only build one session at a time of this two-way at the moment, so it's taking a little bit. You know, it would have been a lot faster if instead of going down and back up, if I would have made this just another platform that went across there. In fact, it's already started over there, but let's fix it over here. Because that's just a kind of a silly way to build that scaffolding. That's much more efficient. I don't even need that one. Almost done. Then our bad water drought shall be over. We actually never ran out of extract. So that's cool. We kept the grease flowing. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You know what? There's nothing that's going to hold the bad water back. We're just missing a few power connections. I'm going to turn this on. Let's do our test run and see what happens here. Hopefully, nothing spills. I think we like triple checked it, so it really shouldn't spill. Working as intended. Working as intended. Ah! We missed something. We missed something. What did we miss? That tubeway. That tubeway is supposed to be a levee. Delete that. Make that a levee of highest priority. But if the water spills there and doesn't go past these floodgates, that's okay. Not ideal. Better than it could have been, though. Okay. We're going to kill some trees. And we're going to have to wait for that to evaporate. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Just fine. No spilling. Working. Look at it from all angles. Make sure nothing's spilling where it shouldn't be. So far, so good. And it's coming out there. That's where it should come out. We built this forester to plant more trees, and we never actually got trees planted over there. Huh. Let's just pause him for now. Excellent. Excellent. These are all connected now. Ooh, we are producing power now, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I was really hoping that number would be higher, actually. I mean, I guess it makes sense why it's not. But when I pause these engines, it's going to feel a little bad. I mean, we're still going to have plenty, but we're just not going to have a whole bunch to spare. Okay, I wouldn't even say we have plenty. I was expecting much better results from that. But maybe we're still waiting on this to get to full speed a little, possibly. I don't know. These aren't even spinning quite yet, and they should be here shortly. Actually, oh my kidding, those aren't going to spin because we're sucking up all that bad water. Yep. So I think the next upgrade on this thing will be expanding it out this direction. And we will put all of that in place. I think we should be able to put all that in place without shutting off our bad water diversion. Our bad water discharge. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The main reason we... Oh, excuse me. Stinking yawns. The main reason we had to shut it off is because this outer wall, or which used to be the outer wall layer, wasn't set up to accommodate another layer. This one, we did build that with this wall with that in mind, so we could add another layer to this without shutting off the bad water. It's going to involve more scaffolding. And also got to decide if we're going to go this way or I guess this way. Both could certainly work. Right. That bad water is dried up. Maybe we can turn this guy back on in order to plant a few more trees this way. Okay, now I'm looking at food. Food's not looking the best, guys. We're going down on our fermented cassavas. We're going down on kohlrabis and mangrove fruits with our new population. So one thing I'm going to do to help with that, we used to be kind of pumping from this side. We're not pumping from that side anymore. We can delete that. Once we pick up this rubble, we can let the mangroves spread that way a little bit. They should. We can even get rid of that platform and put like a another stairs. Actually, these gatherers can already reach it. Maybe it's with that stairs they can reach it. Let's see what happens if I take that out. Okay, the stairs would help those gatherers be able to reach those other mangrove fruits. So let that do its thing. Okay. We are also struggling with eggplant rations, it would seem. Canola oil is going down. Interesting. Wait, we don't have the kohlrabis being collected. We're short on kohlrabis and they're not being collected. Do we not have enough farmhouses? Or do I need to try to make a power station and set these farmhouses as bots? You know, I think going down to the bottom of the map and running some power over there. Okay, wait. We got some bad water leaking down here. That we don't want. How did that get down there? One point does it leak down though? See, I'm missing where it actually gets in there at the moment. I see that it's in there. Ah, right here. That makes sense. So we're losing some of our bad water down there. Can I just put an impermeable floor on top of that? I think I can. Can I build that impermeable floor right now? Oh, I'm pretty sure I could if I extended this path. Just hopefully it's a bot that goes there. Should be a bot. I don't think I have any other builders. No, I do have real beaver bot, real beaver builders. So we don't want that. That led to a lot of bot shortages. Keep forgetting on this one we don't have as many bots. Well, that impermeable floor is built anyway. So this shouldn't be flowing. We're just waiting for that to evaporate now, essentially. I should let more of it flow this way. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I think I'm going to delete the engines in order to build more bots. We have a lot of jobs that I want bots to do that they can't do right now because we don't have enough of them. So, let's get that going. So, if we delete that, build the bot factory, bot part factory. Start with those. Delete that and that, and we can build the bot assemblers. We have to set these each for a different thing. Chassis, limbs, and heads. Let's go ahead and take more of those builder bots back to beavers. So we save a little bit of this bot labor. Yeah, we just need more bots. This needs to be built. Well, actually, that should get power there regardless. Okay, it does now. So that's going to increase our power draw on this area, of course. Which shouldn't be the end of the world. Although it is a little disheartening to see us creeping up on our power supply. We do need to get these centrifuges going again, though. These gear workshops. Some of them are just going to have to be manned by beavers themselves instead of bots. Like, let's see. See what we can make back to. We'll have all the builders be beavers. Food factories. Let's switch those back to real beavers. Foresters can be real beavers. Gatherer flags can be real beavers. One hauling post that isn't. That's fine. Just trying to turn some of these jobs back to actual beavers since we have low numbers of bots at the moment. Okay, let's work on unlocking this. Can spend the science to unlock bots for all of these positions. We're not quite ready to utilize them for that yet, but cultivation halted. Oh, it was just because I unlocked bots for that and I clicked on it on that particular one. So I had issues with that. Let's see. Maybe have a couple of those like that. Something like that to help us get some bots going. Some more bots going. All right, that should be all right for now. Turn that thing back on. That number cruncher's back on. Okay. Well, you know, we are about at an hour. I meant to pause the video while I answered a text. I'm sorry you guys have to watch that. I will try to edit that out, see if it can look all right. We're at about an hour. I think we should wrap it up. We got some stuff done today. It looks like next episode we're going to have to reevaluate and expand our food system some. Now that we're utilizing... Well, now that our beaver population is going up, it's been steadily going up, slowly. We have plenty of occupied beds, and those advanced breeding pods have just been churning out beavers. We are starting to drop down on some of our food sources, so we are going to have to expand our food production. So that will be our goal next episode. We did get our hiccups. Our power tower is complete, functioning, and working, and we're already closer to needing to expand it than I would have liked. But that is a problem for next time. Probably not next time, probably 2 times from now. We're going to have to address food next time for sure. We're just going down. So that will be something we will work on. We'll find a place for a new farm. Trying to decide where would be a good spot. Try to keep it far from the bad water. We got some options. We definitely have some options. Anyway, if you guys watch this whole video, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I will talk to you later.